My banter draws a cat-like smile from her.
そうだ。もう一つ質問しよう。ハロウィンでの出し物だが、どんなものがあったら面白いと思う？
出し物。お化けの格好して料理を食べてお菓子をもらいに回るだけじゃないんですか？
基本、寮のダイニングホールを借り切って行われるんだけどね。去年は個人で占いの館をやっている者もいたな。
へえ、ならそうだな。
She's really giving this some thought. Guess she's actually more good-natured than she seems. Just then, as I'm distracted, I happen to notice the soft footsteps creeping up on us.
階段ね。
Oh. They're from the last game. They're from the second one. I wasn't sure how they were gonna interact on this story because obviously you get different options. And one of the options, you play Erica as the second game. Erica is the one in the wheelchair. You get the option to kind of like romance her, and you have like somewhat of a romantic option with the teacher. There's a teacher, and you get somewhat of a romantic, somewhat of an option with the teacher. The new arrival declares this with delight as she takes hold of the handles of Yakagi-kun's wheelchair.
高崎くんの意見は階段の披露か。確かにハロウィンパーティーには合いそうだ。
The girl who just appeared is Chidori Takasaki, Yakagi-kun's Amita partner. Amita. She's a transfer student who wowed us all with a stunning performance at the ballet recital last month.
お久しぶりですね、八代先輩。
最近は忙しくてバレエ談義はできなかったね。
おい、人のことを脅かしておいて無視か？無視をしていたのはエリカでしょ？エントランスで待っているって言ったのに全然来やしないのだもの。迎えに来たのよ。そうか、悪い。先輩と盛り上がっちまってよ。
As I listen to their conversation, it strikes me how much they both softened. I'm not a fan of change in general, but this change is pretty welcome.
それで、八重垣くんの意見は？
そうですね。パーティーなら賑やかしは必要か。バンドみたいな？ガールズバンドか。今さら何十番煎じだよ。乗り遅れるにも程があるぞ。天国への階段を歌うエリカが見られると思ったのだけど。
Thanks to Takashi-kun, I now know that Yaki-kun is a Led Zeppelin fan, and that her favorite song is too.
僕は移民の歌が好きだ。ブロディを思い出す。
Yaki-kun crackles up at that. When she calmed down, she asked me if I consider doing a performance or something myself.
そうだな。僕は。
Okay, so that's our next option. We're gonna go with the second one. I'm gonna go kinda like... Sorry, I moved the microphone. Kinda like the band.
そうだな。高崎くんの提案も面白いかもしれない。そうか、バンドか。
冗談ですよね。私は胸いっぱいの愛をが好きだわ。
No one asked you, Yaki-kun tells her bluntly. A funny song title suddenly hits me.
よし、それではエリカ行進曲はどうかな。
I went and said it.
先輩、ダジャレを言うとか末期ですよ。すまん。
I reflect that I shouldn't automatically say every last thing that pops into my head.
いや、だからな。それはエリカの考え方が古いのよ。
Watching the two of them talk with such carefree intimacy stirs an emotion deep inside of me. You can tell that they trust one another.
いつか私もあんな風に。
八代先輩？先輩、話聞いていましたか？
ああ、八重垣くんと高崎くんの意見、とても参考になったよ。
I gloss over the fact that I haven't heard a word of what they've been saying.
それは良かったです。
I see the two of them share a private look.
そろそろ向かわないとまずいな。
I declare with a purposeful look at the clock. Takashi-kun shoots me a questioning look.
二階屋の会の会合だよ。年中無休だ。店長は大変ですね。
定休日が欲しいが、そうもいかない。
I smile and shrug. I thank them both for their time and with a wave of my hand take my leave from the library.
本当に高崎くんの案が通るなんて。
At the council meeting, the discussion of what to do at the Halloween party was a mess, with all kinds of ideas thrown into the ring, but in the end...
怪談話大会とはね。
It seems like even the pure, virtuous maidens in the council of Nikia held a dark candle in their heart for horror. I had mentioned it as a joke, but most of the members took it seriously, chattering excitedly about how funny it sounded. Although, if it had just been the regular council members, the idea probably would have just faded away after its brief moment in the spotlight. However,
それはいいわ。ぜひ催しの一つに入れましょう。
Oh no, that's not what I meant. Ow! You're attacking my feet. The vice president had clapped her hands together, her face radiant, and so it had been decided.
まあ、ネリーの喜ぶ顔を見られるのは結構なことだが。感
謝しているわ、ゆずりは。
I blushed at the girly shriek her surprise attack elicited from me. The feel of her pressing against me as she hugs me from behind, and the scent of her perfume.
やめてくれないか、ネリー。心臓が口から飛び出すかと思ったよ。
ゆずりはを驚かせられたわ。
She says joyfully, her arms still around me. I smile wryly to myself. It's been one surprising glumping after another for me today.
まったく、ハンガーゲームじゃないんだぞ。
何？
映画だよ。不意打ちばかりされているなってことさ。それより肌着じゃないか。まさか僕が来るまでじっと潜んで待っていたのかい？
違うわ。ゆずりはったら服を脱ぎながら考え事をしていたじゃないの。それに肌着なのは一緒でしょ。
そうか。
It looks like I must have finished undressing while my mind was elsewhere, realizing that I too am down to my underwear.
こいつは。
What with the lack of my clothes between us, I'm now keenly aware of her body on mine. Her voluptuous chest pressing against my back, the long wave of gorgeous golden hair tickling my skin. Her warmth which is stroking a smoldering heat at my core.
まずい。
I turn around haltingly, only to be faced with the valley of her cleavage. My pulse quickens. My heart is pounding so hard, she'll surely notice my agitation.
大きくなったわね。
ああ、ネリーも大きくなったよ。
本当？
I don't clarify that I'm talking about her boobs.
そろそろいいだろ？服が脱げないよ。
残念。
She finally pulls away and clasps her hands behind her back, smiling impishly. That smile sends a little flutter through my chest.
いたずらばかりしていると二階屋の会のメンバーに示しがつかないぞ。
二人だけの時しかしないわ。ゆずりはは甘えさせてくれるから好きよ。
親バカな父親になった気分だよ。
I hide my discomposure behind a snide retort. Forcing myself to act calm, I move to take off my underwear, telling her that we should get into the hot bath quickly before we catch a chill. It's late and we have the spacious bath all to ourselves.
やっぱりおっぱいは大きくないとな。
I think to myself. I rest my arms on her thighs and look up at her.
何を悪巧みしているの？
She says,
そんなこと考えていないさ。ただ素敵な光景だなってね。
素敵？目が何か企んでいる感じだったわよ。
My childhood friend is truly the most terrifying of foes. I look down at my own chest, then back up at Neri's.
八重垣くんも魅力的だが、これだけは唯一無二の弱点だな。
I murmur,
八重垣さんがどうしたの？
Going from us to her is like stepping out of the mountains and onto the prairie. I shake that image from my mind and instead tell Neri how I'd run into Yaki-kun at the library before coming to the meeting.
そうだったの。このところ行き合えてないからまたお話がしたいわ。
図書室ではハロウィンパーティーでの議題について意見を聞いたよ。
そうなの。ああ、だから階段の話が出たのね。
She clasps her hands together as though it all makes sense now. She looks positively delighted to have found a kindred
階
spirit.
段は八重垣くんの意見ではなくてね、高崎くんの方なんだよ。彼女は怖い話に目がないらしい。
まあ、そうなの。お話が合いそうだわ。
She beams happily, her breast bouncing beneath her towel with each movement she makes. There is a certain defensiveness that comes with knowing one another so intimately.
八重垣さんも怖い話を嫌いではないと聞いているし、今度お二人を誘ってお風呂で語り合いたいわ。
それはどうだろうか。
I explained that while I don't yet have a handle on Takekagun's personality, Yakigagun probably wouldn't be up for it. She can be surprisingly girly in some ways.
そうなの？もしかして恥ずかしがり屋さんなのかしら。
それもあると思うがね。とある情報通から聞いた話だと、八重垣くんは胸が小さいのを気にしているらしい。僕やネリー、そして1年生の中では一番だろう高崎くんの3人に囲まれて湯船で語らうのは酷というものではないかと思うね。
Willow! My doggo just took a bath herself and she just shook and sprayed water all over me.
そうなの。お胸が。
She hasn't been bothered about our state of undress up to now. But as soon as the word breast is out in the open, she squirms awkwardly. Still, she doesn't make any move to cover herself up in front of me. She's probably wondering if she offended me with her frank language.
思いやりのある幼なじみと知り合えて僕は嬉しいよ。
何？
いや、やはり二階屋の会の会長はネリーがなるべきだったと改めて思ったのさ。なんで僕なんかが選ばれたのか。
I really, truly think this. I said it in my usual joking fashion, but Neri has caught on to the genuine sentiment behind my words. She looks me in the eye. You don't choose your purpose. Your purpose chooses you, she declares.
神の御言葉かい？
違うわ。お父様が以前そうおっしゃっていたの。でも私も言葉通りだと思うわ。ゆずりは、あなたは会長という職に選ばれたのよ。でなければ学院のみんなが賛同してくれるわけないでしょ。
Getting voted into the various council positions or even the vice presidency isn't such a big deal. However, to be chosen as president, you first have to overcome all these trials. There's something I understand well, having gone through them
や
myself.
っぱりネリーの方が向いていると思うけどね。
度量が広いのは会長にとって必須よ。ハロウィンパーティーでの怪談大会も許してくれたし。
あれだけなら考えものだが、他の催しの案も通った後だったからね。料理と同じだ。紛れてしまえばなんてことはない。
We share a chuckle. She really is my best friend. Perhaps those words escaped my lips just now, because Neri puts a finger to hers thoughtfully.
でも高崎さんと八重垣さん、お二人ともよく一緒にいるのを見かけるわ。本当に仲がいいのね。
初めは反発していたようだけどもね。
そうなの？
似た者同士だから反発するのさ。だがきっと何かつながりを深める出来事があったのだろうね。
何かって。
Her cheeks flush and she blinks innocently, tracing a finger across her lips. She asks me,
ねえ、もしかして八重垣さんと高崎さん、お二人って交際しているのかしら？
それは。
For a moment I'm stumped as to how I should answer that question from the position of president, but then I realize that she's asking me from my personal opinion. I nod.
面と向かって聞いちゃいないが、おそらくは。
そう。ねえ、ゆずりは、あなたは女性同士が付き合うということをどう捉えているの？
それは。
We're gonna go with I'm kinda jealous. Gotta leave our options open. I decided to answer from my personal perspective, rather than that of school authority.
そうだな。率直に言って羨ましくはあるかな。
そうなの。
She doesn't noticeably draw back from me, but nor does she hide her suspicion.
ああ、腹を割って話せる友人。いや、親友というのは大切だ。彼女たちの密な関係が僕には羨ましく思えたよ。
そういう意味合いなのね。
I know, that was a cop-out. Girl, that was a cop out.
もしかしてネリーは僕がもっと植物的なことを言うと思っていたの
If
か
I knew you were gonna answer like that, I would have picked the other option. I leer at her chest and waggle my fingers. She squirms and crosses her arms in front of me to hide her bosom.
もう胸が大きいのはコンプレックスだって知っているでしょ。
八重垣くんが聞いたら猫の笑みを浮かべながら嫌味を言われそうな言いざまだね。
そういう意味で言ったのではないわ。
This is surely just a case of the grass always being greener on the other side. Still, Nettie's brow is furrowed in an expression of genuine anguish. It's so adorable that I can't help but laugh.
意地悪だわ。
She glares at me, her cheeks flushed. I tell her I'm done with the lame jokes and beg for her forgiveness, which she of course grants. After giving my own opinion.
それで
I ask the same question of Needy. A troubled look clouds her face as she tilts her head in thought.
そうね。胸筋を開く相手が欲しいと言っていた私だもの。親密な相手は欲しいわ。
But her soft pink lips form the word, but I cut her off, not wanting to hear the rest of the sentence.
お付き合いを受け入れることはできないだろ。
ゆずりはは私の心が読めるのね。
Oh no! Ah.
いや相手の記憶が読めるんだよ。バルカン人みたいに。
I'm a big fan, but she hasn't even seen Star Trek, so all I get back is a faint smile. This is one of the few times that seeing her smile makes me a little sad.
幸せになる秘訣だ。一番大切なものを決して手放さないこと。
オスカー・ワイルド？
いや、父の言葉さ。僕もそう思う。
But my dad did let go of it, even if it was fate that took it away.
白羽さん。
The mention of loss must have reminded her of my tutor. Her expression suddenly turned sorrowful.
長湯してしまった。湯あたりしてしまいそうだ。そろそろ上がるとしよ
う。そうね。
肌が白いから余計にゆだって見える。タコみたいだぞ、ネリ。
肌が白いのはお互い様でしょ。
I'm relieved to see her expression brighten again.
交際か。
My best friend's words felt like a small sharp needle being driven directly into my heart. I reflect with some detachment that I'm probably not going to be able to pull it out anytime soon. Ah, yeah, that hurt. That hurt. I totally thought we were going somewhere there. That must have hurt though, because I mean, it seemed like she was trying. She was definitely fishing. I mean, because she knew what she was doing. And then she wants to be like, I can't accept two girls dating. People often get the wrong idea about me for some reason, but I actually don't mind boring work. In fact, I'm naturally quite good at just steadily toiling away a trivial task, and take a certain pride in it. Finishing up a task and seeing the fruits of my labor bring with it a pleasant sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. So...
ごめんなさいね。急に頼んでしまって。
いいえ、面倒だなんて思ってませんよ。
秋代の制服は白いから汚れが目立つし、頼むに にしても急じゃなければ用意できたのに。
替えの服がないわけじゃなし、大丈夫ですよ。さっさと終わらせてしまいましょう。
I'm having to adjust. Ow. My arm hurts. To someone like me who revels in mundane labor, helping with the harvest is no hassle at all. I actually feel bad that she's apologizing so much. In fact,
昨日のやりとりを思い出さずに済むものな。
yeah. Except now I'm thinking about the conversation from the previous night and... Oh, what'd you do? Ow, ow. With my mind elsewhere, I accidentally snapped the carrot I'm pulling up. I scowled down at it.
食べ物に対する礼儀がなっていない。食い道楽の八重垣くんが見たら怒らせてしまいそうだ。
どうしたの、八代さん。
I confess what I've snapped a carrot because I wasn't paying attention.
これは収穫時期が少し遅れてしまったみたいね。
時期？なんです？
収穫が遅れると劣根、根の一部が裂けて割れてしまったりするの。まだ大丈夫だと思っていたけど、急いだ方がいいわね。
なるほど、奥が深い。
All students at the academy take in turns to cultivate all allonements. And we all take part in the harvest too. So I've done this before, but I still have a lot to learn.
これはこれで趣味にしたら面白そうだ。
I think to myself as I fiddle with the broken carrot.
形が悪いだけで食べられないわけではないんですよね。
Of course.
大丈夫よ。
なら後でスムージーにでもしてみよう。でかいストローでも使って健康化を気取ってみます。
八代さんは音調のことをよく理解しているのね。
神のお恵みですね。
That's a concept I probably never would have come across if I hadn't come to this school. The grace of God is a way of talking about the favors God has bestowed upon us, but
どうにも僕らしくないな。
last night's words are still niggling at me, filling my mind with pessimistic thoughts. Sister Basquiat asked me what's wrong, and I forced a cynical smile to my face in an attempt to restore my usual mood.
秋野菜が収穫できる頃合いになったということは、そろそろお楽しみのあれを掘ってもいいということですよね。
掘る？ああ、はいはい、さつまいものことね。天ぷらにすると美味しいわよね。
個人的にはもっとシンプルに焼き芋の方が好みですけどね。収穫祭でのメニューに入っていれば最高なんですがね。
時期が違うのが残念よね。
She smiles affably, and I feel a sudden urge to confess. I wonder how such a beneficent soul might respond if I were to confess to her the thing I've been trying so hard not to think about.
先生は
Okay. We can either ask subtly or we can... Okay, so since this is the first playthrough, I'm overly curious. We might as well just go all out. That's 2 o'clock already. Yeah, we're gonna go all out. How do you... I'm gonna write this down. How do you feel about between... Let me put... Yeah. Girls.
女性同士の恋愛についてどう考えますか？
The question I know I shouldn't ask spills from my lips. At first, Sister Biscuit looks startled, but then a shadow of deep sorrow falls over her face. Because Sister has some history, that's what. She has some history.
考えなしだったな。
That was As the year marches... Okay, so she just ignored us? As the year marches on, the wound is no longer fresh, but not enough time has passed yet for it to fade into mere memory.
高坂さんのことをおっしゃっているのですね。
Oh no! No, that's not. No.
いや。
Sister Spaquette's mind has immediately gone to Mayuri Kawasaki, as though that were the logical consequence of my question. I'm not sure what to say now.
八代さん、彼女のことは。
そうじゃない。違うんです。昨日友人と女性同士の恋愛で議論になりましたね。バスキア教諭にはシスターとしての見地から話を聞きたいと思っていたのです。
I somehow managed to smooth over the mishap.
そうなのですか。
ええ。
確かに難しい議題だわ。わかりました。それではゆっくりと論じましょう。
Okay, I do kind of feel like we messed up maybe a little bit, because maybe the sister will be a little bit more lenient, not lenient, maybe she'll be a little more focused on us, and she'll probably want to know what friend we were talking to. I'm playing with fire here. It's been a while since I've talked with Sister Biscuit, and I do feel like a slight weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
国会じゃないが。
She'd taken on the role of confessor. All the same, I smile wryly to myself.
どうしました？
いや、今更ながら思ったんですよ。自分が悩みなんておかしいってね。柄じゃない。
そんなことはないわ。ねえ八代さん、悩みが大きすぎることはいけないけれど、少しくらいはあった方がいいのよ。
I blink at her. I wouldn't expect to hear that from someone like her. Someone who's always listening to other people's problems and trying her damnedest to solve them. Then again, she's probably going to come out with some teaching about how we should draw on our own troubles as a source of spiritual assistance.
確かに、そうですね。悩みがない人生なんてつまらない。何でも叶うとおかしくなる。過去のロックスターを調べればわかることだ。
そういうことではないんですよ。
Sister Biscuit has taken my joking seriously. The way her brows furrow in perplexion is pretty cute.
話し込んでしまいましたね。そろそろ収穫に戻りましょう。
I take aim at the nearest carrot, my body feeling somewhat lighter after we talk. A cat. My ears prick up at the word.
あの毛並みはヨゴロウザですね。名前つけてるの？
I find my cooking club comrades making a noise in front of the rabbit hutch.
君たちも餌やりに来たのかい？
ゆずりは先輩、遊びに来たんですか？
何？人参の収穫をしたからね。少しお裾分けってやつさ。
I show them the vegetable treats I brought with me. A few carrots I managed to snap while pulling up, and plenty of their leafy heads.
それよりも聞き逃せない名前が出たな。この辺りには猫が出るのかい？
ヨゴロウザです。
そうか。固めの猫の仲間がいると見た。
Ringo-kun grins. She must have recognized the famous Japanese children's book I'm referencing.
何のこと？
ひげよさらばだよ。それよりこの辺にも野良猫がいるのだね。
森深いですからたくさん野生動物はいますですよ。前イタチとか見ましたよ。
僕もアナグマやハクビシンなら見かけたことはあったんだがね。
To be honest, I thought cats could only survive in towns and cities, so I'm surprised to hear they've been spotted around the isolated academy. However,
もともと野生の生き物だもんな。
this preconception of mine comes from only ever encountering them as pets.
でも大丈夫です。ウサギさんを襲ったりはしないですよ。
I must have looked dubious as she offers me an explanation, while pushing some of the carrot leaves I've handed her through the wire.
ウサギさんを狙わなくとも餌はたくさんあるからですよ。
She clarifies. I nod. It's a bit gross to think about, but I understand how they can fare perfectly well without needing to chow down on the rabbits.
あれ、人参あんまり喜ばないですね。
葉の方がお好みのようだ。イラストやなんかで人参が好きだという先入観があるから大好物なんだと思ったんだがね。
The bunnies are innocently nibbling away at the leaves while completely ignoring the carrot themselves. Ichigo-kun watches them for a while.
もう少し来るのが早かったらそうちゃんもいたんですよ。
She informs me.
そうか、スオくんが。
前は塞ぎ込んでましたけど元気になってハロウィンパーティーでの話もしてたんです。
I smile at her thoughtfulness toward her friend. She finishes reading the rabbits and turns to face. I smile at her thoughtfulness towards her friend. She finishes feeding the rabbits and turns to face me properly, telling me they were talking about what they should do for the party.
ハロウィンパーティーでの衣装のことです。あまり裁縫は得意ではないので早くどんな衣装にしようか決めようと話したのですよ。凝った仮装をするなら早く取り掛からなきゃですし、ゆずりは先輩はもう決めたんですか？
そうだな、僕は。
To be honest, I haven't thought about it yet, but let's go on the teasing side. I'm more interested in your costume.
僕もまだ決めかねていてね。それよりも
I lean in and take hold of her hand.
いちごくんの衣装の方が気になるな。
I say.
私ですか
Seeing her blush and stutter gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. This is the usual me.
まだ決めてないんです。リンゴと同じものにしようと思って。
そうか、双子なのだものね。同じ衣装で合わせた方がいい。となると悩ましいな。
I rack my brains for spooky stories or legends that feature twins.
その辺で。
どうしたんだい？
いちご姉が私のように真っ赤になってますですよ。はい。
Seeing that Ichigo has indeed turned his resident apple, Ringo's namesake. I apologize and let go of her hand.
八代先輩は何を着てもハマりそうで羨ましいです。私としては似合う仮装が少ないので難しいですよ。
そうかい。リンゴくんは怖い話が好きなのだろう。ならすぐに思いつきそうなものじゃないか。
お化けや怪物、妖怪などは知ってますけど、双子でなおかつ可愛いのは少ないのです。
それは確かになかなか。
My bad.
それは確かになかなか難儀しそうだね。
If you look into it, I'm sure there are plenty of creepy twin options out there. But finding something that'll look cute is another matter.
背丈は彼女たちのキャラクターで恐ろしいキャラのものははまらなそうだしな。
The twins themselves have clearly already come to terms with that, I'm just realizing. Which is exactly why they're already trying to come up with a twin outfit that works for them.
ゆずりは先輩は何でも似合うからいいですよね。
怖い系の衣装と男装系はね。だが女性らしいのはハマらないだろうな。
I tried picturing myself in a sexy witch outfit, but no way. I can't even imagine it.
男装系が似合うのは美人だからですよ。かっこいいし憧れます。
Ichigo is pretty open in her admiration. I remember a time back when my eyes sparkled just like hers.
憧れを抱かれるなんて僕はそんな大層なものではないよ。今の自分は真似から入ったものだしね。
真似？ゆずりは先輩にも誰かその憧れの人とかいたんですか
？My best friend immediately comes to mind.
子供の頃、親友が入院し塞いでいた時にとある映画を見たんだ。
映画ですか？
ドキュメント映画さ。マドンナのワールドツアーのものだった。映画ではそのツアーがいかに過酷かが描かれていてね。その息抜きにスタッフみんなでカードゲームをしていた場面があった。罰ゲーム付きのやつさ。もし負けたら告白か実行を選ぶというね。
つまり秘密のトロかやりたくない事柄を選ばされる？
その通り。たとえマドンナでも例外はない。ドキュメントの中でスタッフが負け、二択から秘密の告白をする場面やきつい実行を選び行われる場面もあった。そしてマドンナも負け、秘密のトロか実行で彼女は告白を選んだ。それは一番愛した人の名前を挙げるといったものだったよ。
なんかあまり罰ゲームって感じじゃないかも。
彼女はその時離婚したてだったのさ。僕もスタッフのお題にハラハラして見守ったものさ。そうしたら私が一番愛しているのはショーン・ペンよと離婚してすぐの元夫の名前を挙げた。
それは
Really?
なんというかすごいですね。
Really?
ああ、カメラが回っている中で堂々と言い切ったんだからね。僕は 大勢の前で動じない信念を持つ彼女に感銘を受けたんだ。
誰の前でも動じない自分。
I used to be weak.
親友が退院して戻ってきた時、頼れる自分になっていたかったのさ。
I became the person I am today by imitating others. That's probably why I felt such an affinity with Soy-kun, who projects herself into her books and films.
誰かになりたいか。私的にはない発想ですね。わかる。
On hearing Rikogun's whisper, I reflect how, although the Sakasaki may be twins, there are still big differences in how they think. I think I've said too much.
餌も与えおいたようだし、2階への階に向かうとするよ。年中無休の店長はつらい。
The twins say their farewells, and I direct my feet toward the school building. After my lecture from Sister Bakuit, and my chat with the Sakasaki sisters, my despondent mood is almost back to normal. However, what's gonna happen with the roommate? What does she do? As soon as I spot the letter that's been slipped under the door and see who it's from.
これは
It's a love letter, isn't it? I realize that my troubles have only just begun. Oh no. Oh no. The jealousy is gonna start to fly. I can't believe they're gonna leave us
さや
hanging
か
like
に
that.
星はきらめき。
Wasn't it? I muttered to myself. After everyone has finished singing, the pianist starts practicing a solo rendition. I get lost in the music and forget what I've been singing just a moment ago. Last night,
恋文か。
oh, I don't know what that is. I must watch too many period dramas because that archaic phrasing is the first that comes to mind. But the note slipped under my door yesterday was what the kids call a love letter. It's nothing new. I received a few now and then when I first started at the academy. However, perhaps because people have sensed how close I was with Niri, they soon stopped coming. So,
いや、そうじゃない。
no, that's not the reason. I'm not anguishing over it because it's been a while or because I'm unsure how to reject it. Since that talk with my best friend.
心ここにあらずみたいね。
Uh-oh.
秋空だからさ。それに、女心となんとやらというだろ。
使い方が少しずれているわよ。
The very person I've been thinking about interrupts my reminiscence. I flash her a smile and tell her how I was kidding.
今朝から何か変よ、ゆずりは。
親友だから擁護してくれるのは嬉しいがね。おかしくない僕なんて僕じゃないだろ。
そういうことを言っているのではないわ。
I know that much. We've been friends for so long. Of course she can tell that I'm hiding something. But there's no way I can tell her what's bothering me.
私が信用できないの？
何を言っているんだい、ネリー。僕は
あなたが煙に巻こうとするときは一人で何かを抱え込もうとしているときだわ。親友の私にも相談できないことなの。
Ooh, she's getting a little mad there. Okay. I glance over at the rest of the choir club to check that no one's watching us. Then take a step closer to Nitty. I can smell her perfume.
相談するほどのことじゃないんだよ。
Not what I meant.
それなら口にできることよね。
I am flummoxed by this unusual persistence from her. Just then I spot my neatly braided saving grace behind me. And a cynical smile spreads across my face.
ここは笑うところでは。
Okay.
救いの女神だ。
女神？
She tilts her head, making her trademark braids sway. I tell her that the new uniform suits her like it was a gift from God.
夏服も良かったが、今の制服もいい。まるで画家が描き起こした一人娘の肖像画のようだ。
それは褒めているんですか？
I tell her that it is, of course, but she still looks dubious.
もしかして何かいさかいをなさっているのでは？
Oh, okay. What is it any of your business? Neri blinks at her question. Her cheeks flush as she tells her that no, we weren't arguing.
ゆずりはに問いただしたいことがあって、みんなに聞こえないよう話していたつもりだったのだけど。大丈夫です。聞こえていません。ただ私は八代先輩の様子がいつもと違うので、様子を見ていましたので。
Okay, what was the reason for you butting in the conversation anyways? Neri nods understandingly, her cheeks still pink.
後輩にも気づかれるくらいには奉納していたのか。
I sighed internally, chiding myself for being more distracted than I thought. At the same time, though, I'm kind of pleased to see Rika Hana should be neighborly concerned.
ありがとう、花火師くん。心配して声をかけてくれるなんて
Y'all
嬉
should
し
be
いよ。
paying attention to the class, okay?
そんなおせっかいな勝負な
Of
だけ
course
で。
you are. She admits it.
いや、声をかけてくれなければ3時になるところだった。
Are you really gonna say that with her there?
はい。
ネリーはなかなかにバイオレンスでね。問いただす際に肉体言語を使ってくるのだよ。また頭を殴られちゃかなわない。
Oh my god.
そんな。
And I just like how Neri's just letting this play out. She recoils exaggeratedly and turns huge disbelieving eyes on Neri. Neri blinks back at her, a crimson blush slowly spreading up her face to the tips of her ears.
やめて。ゆずりはもう。
She balls her fist up defensively in front of her, like a boxer. Oh my god, really. Over our many years of friendship, I've discovered that it's a habit of hers that invariably comes out when she's protesting something.
ね。
See? She shrinks in on herself, embarrassed as she let herself slip up like that.
今のやりとりで冗談だったって分かりましたから。そうよね。ありがとう、花火師さん。
Hanabisha-kun takes pity on the dejected Neri. Then, when she sees me smirking, she lets out a little sigh.
もう大丈夫なような気もしますけど。八代先輩、合唱部の活動が終わりましたらお時間をいただけますか？
You too, Kamikata-senpai, she adds. I have the urge to mess with her, but...
構わないよ。花火師くんの招待を受けよう。
Seeing Neri's elation upon being asked to hang out, I swallow back my jokes and respectfully take her up on her offer. I feel kind of bad. I scratch my head as I sip on the tea she's poured for us.
たくさん用意していますから、どんどん食べてくださいね。
It's not Hanabishi-kun I feel bad for, though. She smiles brightly and encourages to chow down on the sweet potato pound cake.
しっとりとしていて美味しいわ。作るの大変ではないの？
ホットケーキミックスを使っているので、そこまで難しくはないんですよ。こちらのさつまいものクッキーもどうぞ。
Sweet potato cookies. I wonder how that tastes. Nitty bites into one delightedly. I don't feel too guilty toward her either. A little, but...
お気に召しませんでしたか？
いや、
Oh. She's a different case.
紅茶の味を堪能していただけだよ。花火師くんの紅茶を味わう機会はなかなかないからね。
私たちのお部屋に来ていただければいつでもご馳走します。ねえ、リカさん。
お二人ならいつでも。
We'd love to, Nitty says happily. I, on the other hand, can't bear the gaze of Sokun sitting across. Why not? What do you have to be guilty for? What do you have to be guilty for? No.
八重垣くんが話していた。妖精かゴシックホラーな感じとの批評だったが。
In my guilt, I'm definitely picking up on the gothic horror heroine vibe. Like Nitty, her physical beauty makes her unapproachable. There's this fear that if you want to touch something that perfectly, you'd only spoil it. But now...
このパウンドケーキはリカさんと一緒に作ったものなんです。どうぞ。
Maybe my own subjectivity is coming into play, but the force of her beauty is overwhelming. I can't say no.
いただくよ。
I transfer a slice of pound cake onto my plate and try a forkful. It's a really good. Eggs and a dash of honey make the cake extra moist, and the perfect little squares of sweet potato dotted throughout instant conjure the flavor of fall. It's delicious, but
どうですか？お口に合いましたか？
まあ最高だ。また腕を上げたね。
I'm sorry, I'm pretty sleepy.
ありがとうございます。
Her eyes narrow as she smiled coquettishly. The contrast of the lily-white autumn uniform and her long raven black tresses lends her oh my god. Her eyes narrow as she smiles coquettishly. The contrast of the lily-white autumn uniform and her long raven black tresses lends her a ghostly beauty.
そう感じるのは私のせいだろうけどね。
I managed to avoid her at cooking club. What are you avoiding her for? Because why? No! The truth I'd revealed to Soyo Shirihan that day. While it was what she wanted, I hadn't revealed everything. Not out of spite. It simply wasn't information I had the right to share. To make it at this school, we have no choice but to avert our eyes from the truth, because... God dang it, I hate these
お次し
cliffhangers.
ますね。ああ、ありがとう。
I stare at the amber liquid flowing into my cup, feeling as though I've just awoken from a dream.
後ろめたいのは一口したがゆえ。
The guilt comes from feeling like So blames me for not telling her the full truth.
なんだい？
八代先輩、何か隠しているのではないですか？
Yes, she is. It's no wonder that phrasing gives me a start, since it follows hot on the heels of my recollection. Fuck! It's no wonder that phrasing gives me a start, since it follows hot on the heels of my recollecting that night in the chapel.
そうですよ。合唱部でもぼーっとしていて。何をそんなに思い悩んでいるのですか？
おっしゃってください。
It seems that both of them,
いい後輩ね。
自慢の友人たちだよ。
Rika-kun and So-kun. They're holding this impromptu tea party out of an earnest concern for me.
八代先輩、何か悩んでいるなら私力になります。
Even though she has every reason to hate me.
好きになってしまいそうだ。
Oh. A warmth spreads through my chest.
すまない。花火師くんにもスオーくんにも心配をかけてしまったみたいだね。僕の抱えている悩みというのは。
Still, it's not like I can tell them what's really bothering me.
ハロウィンパーティーでの衣装のことなんだよ。
Nice save.
衣装ですか？
ああ、そうなんだ。悩みのように見えたのは連日の徹夜作業でぼーっとしていたからさ。
それで心ここにあらずに見えた。
So-kun doesn't believe that shit at all. When I answer in the affirmative, my two underclassmen's shoulders visibly drop. Or droop.
なんだいそのリアクションは。なんだか重い悩みがないといけないみたいじゃないか。
いえ、そういうわけではないんですよ。ええ、ほっとして。
The two of them look at one another. Hanabishi-kun's braids seem to wilt as she realizes she's been reading too much into things. And her Amity partner pats her head sympathetically. They're so cute.
本当なの？
ネリーは知っているだろう？昨年のこと。船長服を作るのに死ぬ思いだったろ？
それは知っているけれど。船長？ハロウィンって怖い衣装でなくてもいいんですか？
Her eyes light up like a scientist who's just had a eureka moment. Speaking of which, I am going to save. It's already been an hour. Yes, we'll save over that. Exit, and we will stop the recording here.